Good morning, everybody. I'm Ed Parcaut here with Mike Kelly. I'm with Real Estate Jerky Daily. We apologize. Had some technical issues, which don't normally happen, but happened today.
Happened today.
That's right. Right before we were sitting here, we got so many minutes to go, and then all of a sudden, boom.
Oh, we got to go. But, the equipment said, nay, nay. You shall not play.
Nay, nay. What the hell is that?
Oh, just a dumb thing I've been saying for most of my life.
Really?
Yeah, people always look at me funny when I say it, but you know what? I have fun.
I got to do a little finger over here. It likes my finger instead of a password. I don't know. On Apple, they use a little finger.
You get the ID.
ID me. All right. So tons of news today. The Mortgage Bankers Association released their numbers for last week.
Mm-hmm.
They mortgage application data for the week ending 8/16 showing that overall applications were down. It decreased by 10% last week, 10.1%. Applications to purchase a home were down 5% for the week and down 8% year over year. So that tells you we're about where we were last year at this time or last week at this time. And then refinances decreased by 15% from the previous week and are 90% higher compared to a year ago. They were 115% last week.
Wow.
Which didn't mean much because nobody did any refinances last year. People are finally going, you know what? I got to do that cash out refinance and pay off all those horrible credit card debt because I need to save me $2,000 a month. Credit card debt is at $300 billion. The highest it's ever been.
Wow.
Yes.
That's
consumers.
Is that more than our what we spend on the military?
I don't know. That's a lot of debt out there. Consumers are holding on to and paying like 22 to 29%.
Wow.
Yeah. So doing a refinance cash out makes more sense. So you can pay that off.
I know
and that's not even interest. That's just what they owe.
So the service fee on our national debt is higher than what we spend on the military, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Lots higher.
Higher than the defense budget. Not just on our military, but the defense budget.
Entire budget.
Yes. And that's pretty much all we have. We're waiting on tomorrow, right? So Fed minutes are supposed to come out. I don't know what they said. I haven't found them. I haven't looked for them, really, to be honest with you, because we had our board meeting for Rotary this morning. We're waiting on the Jackson Hole meeting starts tomorrow. We'll wait for a speech on Friday. But from what I've been hearing and watching and everything, that we're going to see over the next month some data that's really going to shock us as how bad our economy really is doing.
Really?
Yes.
Good. Is everybody going to get to see that? Are we going to make sure that
only the older people, none of the young people. They only get to see the joy.
Okay. The joy. Is there joy?
According to the current administration that's doing their thing.
Happy, joy.
Yeah, joy. Everything's, don't worry. Everything's going to be great.
I saw an interview the other day. It was the man on the street, Kamala or Trump. They said, Kamala, can you tell me why? And they're like, one guy said, don't use this. I don't know why.
Yeah.
What has she done during her vice presidency that has made you say she's the one for the job? And the guy's like,
no, it's all about just
she doesn't have orange face.
Yeah, people
mean tweets.
Yeah, well, he doesn't either. He hasn't had a mean tweet in years.
Yeah, he still has an orange face.
So now you're saying that you don't like somebody because of their skin color?
Oh, that's racist.
Yes, it is.
Oh my God!
All right, what do you have? You have numbers. Don't
I
you?
do have numbers. You want me to present them?
Sure. Present arms.
Can you see that?
Yeah, barely. 6 active. Yeah. Closed sales 2125. This is as of last week or this week.
This is as of from the beginning of the year to today.
So 7 3/4.
Yeah,
months.
Right. We're around 280. No, 3. Huh?
I don't know. You're doing the calculation.
Oh, 2 and 3.
You had all this time. Don't you have a calculator over there?
No, I don't.
You don't have a phone?
I do. I have a computer in my hand.
274.
And last week we're at 280, so we dropped out a little tiny bit. The active listings have gone up though by about 100 from last week.
Yeah, I'm seeing I'm seeing more activity from some people.
Yeah.
But why are you looking over this way? You're looking at the other monitor.
I'm looking at the other monitor. Sorry. I just read it because I can't see this tiny thing right here. Pending sales are down considerably, but that's because closed sales are up a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, people are, worried about commissions, how to pay that. They're also worried about, the economy and everything else and what's happening. A lot of people said they're going to wait until after the election to buy.
Yeah.
And I don't think you should, because it doesn't matter. I mean, if you wait now or wait then, if it turns out really good, then you're going to see more people coming out of the market and all at one time going, let's go buy. And then if it's, the current administration again, and I'm trying not to be political, but I just look at the difference I don't care if it was Trump or somebody else. It's just as long as there's different policies than what they're pushing forward right now.
Yeah.
And I don't care what they say. They lied last time. They're going to lie again.
You think? I think I get a feeling that this drop dead date where you can't advertise commission in the MLS happening on August 12th, and then August 17th NAR that's the drop dead date for agreeing with or doing what NAR said that they would settle for. I think people are starting. I think agents will kind of go through their training. I think they'll start to understand that it's pretty much business as usual, just a little different way of doing it. It's going to be an interesting little time, but I think it'll flesh itself out in about 2 weeks. Well, that's my feeling.
And I also think it's back to school right now.
Yeah.
Everybody's putting their kid back to school last 2 weeks. Everybody's like, well, that doesn't matter. Yeah, it does matter. That's a lot. I mean, a lot of people got to put those kids into school and then say, oh, I should probably homeschool.
Yeah, I should. And they got to go out and buy them new clothes. I love wearing new school clothes. I didn't
get that when I was a kid. Here's the old pants that you can keep wearing.
Yep. Did they just add stuff at the bottom to make them longer?
No. That was funny. I like that.
Because you weren't any bigger around, right?
No,
you were just a little bit taller.
Well, I graduated high school. I was 155, 6'2".
No, I was 135, 6'2".
Yeah, so and I was pretty skinny.
My grandpa used to say, Michael, if you turned sideways and stuck out your tongue, you'd look like a zipper. I was so skinny. And my dad accused me of, you're on drugs. Look at the light. I looked at the light. I'm young. My eyes dilate. Look at me. Then they undilated because it wasn't in the light. You're on drugs. I can tell. Dad, I don't even know what drugs are yet. It was 7th grade.
Yeah. Give me a couple years.
Yeah. I was on drugs after a couple of years. It was called Budweiser.
I mean, that's what we did back when I was in high school.
Yeah.
I drank. There was nothing else to do in Turlock.
We had our
what
share.
Are you doing? Let's go get some beer and go cruise.
We had our share of potheads,
So did we.
They didn't do a hell of a lot. They sat around. Oh, they formed a band.
They were across the street at the park.
Yeah.
Bonds, the mortgage backs. All right. So bonds are at 3.78 today. The 10-year. It's going down.
Going on down.
Yep. Going on down. Just like we talked about before. Really look at those numbers. I just got something in the mail to refinance my place for 4.75.
How many points?
That's the question, because it really doesn't explain it.
Isn't that illegal?
Yeah, well, it's really small freaking print down here, so I have to get my magnifying glass out.
So it probably has the
which
APR
is supposed
in
to be the
7%.
same size, same whatever. But basically, what this would be, because this is a 4.75 with 4.981 APR, doesn't sound so bad. But I guarantee if I call them, they're going to say, oh, sorry, market changed. Market moved a little bit since we mailed that out. We mailed that out over a month ago, and because that's what you do when you do those things.
Yeah. Now it's just a little bit more.
Yeah. Now it's only, your APR is only 5.75 on a 4.75.
Yeah. Well, that's still not that many points, is it? Probably
that's
2.
It's more than that.
Is it?
From 5.75 to, what did I say? A 4.75 to 5. That's a 1%.
Oh, that's a 1% increase.
Yes, that's a huge amount of cost.
A lot of points.
Yes. Yeah. Or origination or something. Just look at the APR. Look at the cost before you do anything.
Yeah. Well, at least they're getting the phone to ring, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, the only thing we were doing VA EARLs, the refinances, and we were getting basis point sorts. And I was looking at some of those. Those were in the lower 5s, depending on what your price point on your mortgage and everything else. And the APR wasn't that bad. It was only about a quarter higher.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, but that's going away. We only have 2 more weeks of that program.
Dose more?
Yeah, dose more.
And then
you gotta get it locked. You gotta get it
totally?
locked. Well, just for now, it was
Okay.
UWM was doing a thing where they were giving 140 basis points to do those refinances now.
Okay, and that's
how
VA.
you get the VA. That's how you could get the rate that low.
Okay, cool.
Compared to where it really is.
Where's it really? Oh,
God's talking.
yeah.
He's saying it's time to go.
What would you like? Oh, bye, kids.
Did you
a
have anything
wonderful-
else that you want to talk about? Because I didn't
No.
see much other news except for, I saw a thing about retirees having to go back to work in Florida to afford their
They're
retirement.
probably their
their house.
insurance.
Yeah, how expensive things have gotten there.
Yeah.
And we talked about that. Just be careful where you move. I mean, Spain's looking pretty good right now, 30 grand a year on the coast. But then you got to deal with all the other stuff.
I read an article yesterday that if you move to Italy, there's a certain place in Italy that will give you $97,000 a year. You just got to live there and be an active member of society to take over a little castle or something like that. $97,000.
What?
That's US.
What?
I'll have to find it.
Send that. I want to see that.
Yeah,
because we might be moving.
So Italy. We can still do our show.
Yeah,
You're gonna have to get up real early.
No,
You're gonna have to stay up real late.
It'd be evening.
Yeah,
I could tell you what was going to happen for the day.
yeah.
Then you could like go do it.
I might go buy these numbers.
This horse race is going to go this way.
Look what happened tomorrow.
All right, we're so funny.
Oh, we are.
All right, tomorrow we got existing home sales, initial jobless claims, and then they're going to start the Jackson Hole meeting. Again, this week is not a lot of news to move the market. It's just going to be next week with a bunch of that's going to really move. Unless Jackson Hole comes out and they say we're not going to, lower rates. But what I'm hearing is 100 basis points the rest of this year and 200 next year.
Wow,
for a total.
Crazy.
Yep. All right, everybody, make it a great day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
How? Bye. Bye. How?
Thanks, Mike.